Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another episode of our glorious Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Let's Play. Yet another glorious day for our glorious nation as we continue to make progress across the river on our new clear city. Huh? Get it? Oh my god. I wasn't planning that one or anything. That just came to be in a moment of inspiration, let's call it. But folks, I will not waste your time with a prolonged introduction. I just want to say that if you've been enjoying this series, oh my god, that was so bad. If you've been enjoying this series, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know, folks. Leave a like, leave a comment, just let me know. Give me some feedback if you've got opinions to share, if you've got tips, pointers, suggestions. Y'all know the drill by now. Keep it coming though, because I do read through all the comments, and I let it actually inform my approach. I let it, sort of let me know, I'm sorry, I gotta, give me a second here. Right. Leave a comment. I do read all the comments. It lets me know, again, if you all have any pointers, any ideas, any thoughts, any opinions, feel free to share them, and I will take it all into consideration as I continue to develop our nation. With that said, we're going to be largely focused, almost entirely focused is my hope, up over here today. I would say the overall initial foundation that we laid down last session is looking pretty good. Some of you raised some concerns with regards to how many workers and stuff would be able to work over here, and if that's going to be enough to make it a sort of a sustainable city on its own, a sustainable town on its own, and also be able to provide enough workers for the actual power plants and all the facilities that are required there. And that is a very good concern for sure, and that's definitely something I want to sort of take into consideration and take a look at as we lay down more houses and lay down some of those essential services and whatnot. But I gotta say, I'm still really pleased with how this looks. I remember being pleased at the end of last session. I was very happy with it, but even just kind of loading in now and looking at the overall structure of the road and how the paths and stuff are all laid out, I'm really actually quite pleased with how this is looking and feeling. I'm very excited for this expansion over here. Now, before we do dive in, just the usual checkup, I suppose. Our population is looking fantastic. We're finally past the 69k area that we were kind of stuck in for some time, actually. So we're past that, 72k plus. That's good. Hopefully it keeps kind of growing at a steady rate. The 21 pluses, if we go ahead and take a look at this year as a whole, it's a large enough sample size. It's September. We're starting to see it sort of creep up again. If we go ahead and take a look at the all-time 21 pluses, it's like illegible, basically. So last year we had those huge drops, right? How high did it get? It got close to 6,000, so we're doing pretty well, relative to that. But this year so far, it has been on the rise. We've had a couple of dips here and there. Hopefully, we will see that dip a little bit further. This space over here is being developed. We have, this is a massive construction project. Look at that. Oh man, is that not gorgeous? Look at that. Look at that. That's awesome, and it's all being made, by the people, for the people, as it were. So that's exciting. I'm just hoping to actually see some of these things get done, so that the people who it is for and by are able to actually move into some of these spaces. Now, we do have some, somewhat empty spots in the area. I could, maybe it's not a bad idea to just bring over a bunch of 21 pluses right off the bat over here, and then we'll dive into the nuclear city, because that won't take very long. I know last session we ended up spending a fair bit of time sort of on other tasks, but I think just moving a couple of 21 pluses over and having more employment available over here isn't going to take us too long to do. So let's just quickly do that, and then we will cross the river and work on the new clear city, as it were. Oh dear, oh man. But yeah, so this should be good. This should be good. We're actually making progress here a lot faster than I would have thought. I thought we were going to go a lot slower over here, so this is actually quite good. What's funny actually is that these constructions are being, we've seen more progress down over here where fewer workers were coming than up over here, so that's kind of funny to think about. Kind of strange to think about, actually, but hey, it is what it is. It's just a matter of resources. Some of those construction sites were lacking prefab panels, I saw, but I think it's just a matter of delivery to the actual construction site. We have a pretty, I would say, reliable provision, let's call it, of prefab panels to this side of the river. I'd be surprised if that's the problem here. Let's take a look, though, real quick, just to be sure. Yeah, we got 47 tons over here, and I'm sure we've got tons and tons up over here, right? Spoke too soon? No. Okay, yeah, we're looking good. We're looking more than good. We should be fine over here. And I think what I might actually do eventually at some point is... I don't know if I will. Nah, probably not worth it. I was just wondering if I wanted to actually use a train to ship some goods from up over here down just somewhere, maybe near Zodcha or something, just as a storage for some of these resources as we sort of continue to grow the nation further and further over here. Just because this is a very long way to go, like pick up resources all the way back over here and then drive it all the way over. It's a bit of a time-consuming effort, right? So maybe we'll find a solution for that, but that's not the priority. The other thing I want to point out is I did get some tips about the roundabout as well with regards to how to like feed cars in and using one-ways for ins and outs and things like that. I will study those comments a bit more before I commit to something like that. The reason why I didn't like sort of take it to heart and note those down for this session is to force myself to not work on this today. So I hope you understand. Now, 21 pluses. What are we looking at over here? What are we looking at over here? We'll do this really quickly here. 21 plus would be somewhere... There we go. Knew I'd find it eventually. Matter of time. All right, what are we looking at? So we got, what, 87 over here, 87, 84. We empty these guys out. That'll be, I think, quite helpful. Relocate up to 10 and just drop them off. Like, what are we looking at here? These guys are almost full, so that's kind of pointless. Let's go ahead and pop them down over here. Sure. Relocate up to 10 and just, like, basically empty this building out. Because what that'll do is, again, as I've been over this before, all the people who are around here will then start flocking to the 300 approximate empty spots over here, so that should be enough, right? Because we got 50, 87, let's say that's about 150. We got 150, that's about 200, 250, 300. Oh god, that's not enough. We've got, okay, well, don't use talking about it. Let's go ahead and pull some more people out. Good stuff. Let's go ahead and pull some people out from over here as well, perhaps. There. Oh, all right, sure. Spots are filling up real fast, man. Real fast. There we go. Do that. So that should help this area out a little bit at least, or this entire area out a little bit. What about further up? 186 over here. Like, that is ridiculous. Move out. Live somewhere else. I wish they could take cars and buses and stuff to new living spaces. It's kind of strange that they only go so far. Because in real life, you don't. In real life, you kind of like move to a different country, which some people are doing, right? So it's like, why not move more than just down the street? I don't know. It's not a big deal. It's just it's something I wonder about. It's something I think about sometimes. Like, why do they not just kind of like move a little bit further over? So that helped, but made room for about 100 or so people approximately, which, I mean, that's not enough. You can see the numbers over here, readily available. Quite wild. And the thing is, like, we'll have to provide employment and stuff. That's my other concern, is like, people are, sure, we're shifting people over here, but like, will they have work? Will they be able to pick up the, like, take the bus and stuff? Are they going to have access to, like, food and stuff? Like, we checked all that stuff last time. They do have access to all the necessities, but, I don't know, still a little nerve-wracking moving people en masse like this. Hopefully, I mean, that's definitely helped the situation a little bit. If you look at the 21 pluses, man, it feels like it barely made a dent. It feels like it barely made a dent. I mean, it did. We moved, like, what, maybe 300 people there? That's nothing. Nothing. Now, some of them will relocate, right? Once we hit play, some of them will relocate, so there's that as well. I should consider that. Why don't we empty this central building out a little bit as well? Relocate 10 at a time. Pop you guys down over here, sure. And over here. There we go. That'll help move some people around as well. Sure. Oh my god. And again, these guys will help build some of these buildings, and then they'll move into some of these as they start to have the 21 plus problem. That should be good. In fact, we can kind of like watch this number drop a little bit if we want to. Financially, we're doing okay. Everything's doing fine from that perspective, so we don't really have to do all those checkups that we used to do a long time ago. And we have checked that this bridge works, so that's all good. Let's go ahead and actually, hit play. Let's go ahead and see what happens to this number over here. Because what's going to happen right now is a bunch of 21 pluses are going to move out from where they were kind of stuck, I guess. You'll start seeing some of these numbers drop, hopefully. Kind of like, yeah, you can see them dropping. Spread out. You can see this number dropping, so that's good. Went from, what, 2,900 to about 27 now. It's dropping pretty quickly, but as it's dropping, there are, new 21 pluses coming of age, as it were, or keeping that number up at the same time. But this is not bad. This is not bad. This is not bad. And what's good is, again, from over here, as these houses get done, as they hit their caps, they'll start moving out to some of these places that are nearby. Because again, people are willing to move down the street, but not so much, to a different city, I guess. I wonder if they'll ever tweak that. I wonder if they'll ever adjust how far people are willing to go to to move, you know, as a young adult or what have you. All right, this is pretty good. What's the lowest it's been in recent times? Like 2,000. Ooh, what's this lag? Okay, I was a little worried we were crashing there. You know what, actually? We're very close to the lowest we've had in the past. Apart from 0, obviously. Let's be realistic, though, right? It's a whole different scale that we're talking about. All right, that's not too bad. We'll check on it, you know, maybe at the end of the session if I remember. All right, back over here now. So, what do we got going on? Over here, if we take a look at the modded residential units, these guys are roughly housing 160 or so workers each, right? I am not too concerned, I'll be honest right off the bat, I'm not too concerned about the whole, are there enough workers? Because if we go over here to Brixtonia, where we have even smaller housing, let's not forget, like some of these houses only hold 30 people approximately, right, give or take. Even over here, we have unemployment. It's not just a slight bit of unemployment either. It's a fair bit of unemployment. In fact, to the point that I actually want to kind of come back over here and see what we can do about it and see how we can maybe improve the employment circumstances back over here. I don't exactly know what I can do. Don't exactly know. If it's a densely populated, like built up area, I might send some people, I don't know, I could send some people to these cities and whatnot to work on stuff. It's a long commute, but at least they'll be employed, I guess. This has enough workers up over here, so it's a little bit of a question mark, I suppose. I guess I could pick people up at the bus stops over there and then drive them down to like here, right? It's one way to provide workers to, well, not that I'm ever going to use, it's such a waste of steel over here. It's not that I'm ever going to use the mechanical components factory or anything, but maybe it's a way to get more workers at the steel mill? Yeah, you know what? Sure. Okay, why not? Why not? Let's go ahead and do this. We have... No, these are all ambulances. Do we need this many ambulances? We must. Go ahead and pick up a couple of you. There's a hospital over here somewhere that doesn't have any ambulances, I'm guessing. You're not hospitals. Like one somewhere over here, right? Could have sworn... You're not a hospital. Hang on a second. Where's the closest medical facility? I remember putting some down relatively recently. Hospital. I want these guys to get exported if it's not, you know, I can give them a different fate. I think to Leesburg Hospital. We don't need this many. Workplace is full already? Okay. We don't need any? Alright. Let's go ahead and change the construction over here real quick. Just to literally anything else. Let's go ahead and make some cars. Red cars. Always a good call. Sure. Down over here. Right. So why don't we go ahead and make we'll just buy some buses. I know, I could just make them, but then there's the whole waiting game that we're playing. The IKR 280 has become my go-to for quite some time now. Go ahead and pick up 2. And let's go ahead and grab people from where? This is a pretty congested bus stop, I'm not going to lie. I wonder if it's a good idea. Let's try it, because we're coming from a different direction. We'll see. So load... workers only, yeah, of all kinds, and then drop them off directly at the steel mill, because I don't need people going anywhere else at all. I could drop them off here, in which case, where would they go? Don't need them for the processing plant. This bus stop is too far for the mines. It's not too far for one of them. But then the route is also significantly longer. They'd have to go all the way around into the city. Let's leave that for now. We'll maybe consider it later. But for now, this is what we'll do. Simple. Go ahead and start. Go ahead and copy over to our other bus here. Let's get you started right away as well. And what should we call this line? The Brixtonia Oxelinsky Workers Bus. Sure. See what that does. Because, save the changes, please. Because this bus stop does service quite a few people. 70 workers waiting right now. Quickly scooped up, but look at that. Still left over. All right, sure. You know what? I'm going to hope that that does the trick, and we'll find out soon enough. All right. So what I was getting at is that I'm not too concerned about these guys being able to supply that and themselves. I think we'll be okay. However, with that said, I do really need to start considering the provision of sort of self-sustaining resources, or the provision of like needs, basically equipment for citizens and that kind of stuff. I want to make sure, again, I want it to look good. I'm really pleased with how this is looking. I want to try and maintain the good look and the good vibes that a good look brings. So I'm hoping that we're able to do that. I'm hoping that we're able to kind of maintain this slope that we've got going. It's really quite difficult with this game because it doesn't really work that great for this kind of a thing. I would say it's making the most beautiful of layouts is my at least personal struggle with this game's systems. I know some people out there who are able to make absolute magic, and that's fantastic. It is definitely not my forte, let's put it that way. Like, I'm pleased with how things look from time to time, but a lot of the time I have to make concessions between my vision for a space and what we end up getting. And a lot of times I'm just like, okay, you know what, it's fine. If this road doesn't work perfectly, it's fine. Now, part of that is because I am recording, and so that's something I have to be wary of as well. I can't just spend 7 hours on a thing and just hope that everyone enjoys watching that. So that is part of it, but a big part of it also is just like definitely my lack of patience making an appearance from time to time. So it looks like this entire section kind of slopes down, doesn't it? So we have to keep that in mind as well. Lots of angles over here at play. Let's see if this does the trick here. So I'll smooth that out. What I want to do is over here, I want to have a sort of central, like, plaza kind of a thing. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. In one of the dev blogs, I don't think I mentioned this, but in one of the dev blogs, they are experimenting, they've mentioned, with painting things like asphalt, and I want to say, you know what, I can't remember for the life of me, but like, you can put down materials, so it's not just like grass and whatnot, so you'll no longer need those mods that are able to do those very same things, which is pretty cool. It's nice to see the game actually start supporting that kind of thinking, because then you can make proper plazas and whatnot, you know, with like actual, like its intent from the game itself. Maybe the game will understand what it's supposed to be and, you know, treat it a little differently, so that's good to see. Do this. Oh, I'm gonna love working here with the plane flying by so often. Okay, line you up like that. That seems pretty good. Seems like the train snapped a little bit, but it wasn't too like bad or anything. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. It's no San Francisco, right? So there's that. So if I have this road go through this way, what kind of necessities do we want to try and meet over here? And who can get this far? I really wish you could just kind of see a dotted line as to how far people can get. I've been told pressing H reveals something with regards to where people can go, but I don't know what. I don't know if it shows... Yeah, it just shows connections, I think. I don't think it shows distances. But correct me if I'm wrong. So, we need to make sure people are able to get food, get clothes, get electronics. So that's the shopping center. We need a large shopping center. We can go with a small shopping center. Go to auto build. Maximum number of workers is 25. That's not the question I need answered. The question I need answered is how many shoppers can come through at a time. About 125-ish, give or take, depending on how many workers are working there. Because if it's more, it's higher. Okay, so about, let's say 120. Let's say 120 to be, like, safe. And over here, 267 for roughly, what, the same amount of workers? Close-ish. Okay. I feel like a large shopping center would be kind of out of place over there. At Brixtonia, what do we do? Up over here at Brixtonia, we've got the small shopping center, right? And I think it works quite nicely. I think it does the trick. I don't think people here are left. Sometimes they don't have meat, but I think that's more of a delivery problem. Is it? No. Keep an eye on that. Like, we shouldn't really have shoppers waiting out front if there's unemployment in the area as well. It's like, what, people aren't going to work at the right times and whatnot. For now, I think a small shopping center will work, and hopefully we can make it work a bit more smoothly up over here. We'll find out, I guess, together. Go ahead and equipment, small store, no, small shopping center. They're two very different things. One only does clothes and electronics, the other one does food and meat as well. Want to make sure that we are able to use the trucks and the warehouse and all that kind of stuff, right? So what are we looking at over here? I would like to... Am I going to have a warehouse? Probably not a bad idea, right? Yeah, I think it's probably a good idea, actually. Let's go ahead and pop you down over here as a central spot. High up top, central spot. Hopefully these guys will be able to get up there, and hopefully that means anybody down over here will be able to get up there as well. That's what I'm hoping for. If it's down over here, right, these guys would have to get down. It's the same, in theory, it's the same thing. But up over here, at least the trucks and stuff will kind of work back there, as opposed to need to work in this confined space where I'd rather do, like, their schools and whatnot. Yeah, I think that's the right call. All right, so let's go ahead and place the small shopping center down up over here. Got to make sure we're flattening the terrain right. Go. Cool. Don't actually pay for the building. Come on now. So let's go ahead and pop you down over here. Yeah. Let's check real quick to make sure. No, there's no way you can't reach. Come on now. There's no way you can't reach. Okay, something's up here. Really? These guys really not reach? Okay, what if I... Huh. That's wild. I would have expected... Let's try something here. What if I do that? Wow, really, eh? Oh, damn, that is not, that's not ideal. That's not ideal at all. Alright, so, sure, fine. Here's what we'll do instead, then. Get rid of that. Go ahead and cancel this thing. Glad I checked. Equipment for citizens. Small shopping center. Alright, we'll see if we can't make this work. If I pop you down over here... But maybe the schools and stuff go up there instead then, I guess. And we'll need, like, a bus stop for kids to get picked up and dropped off at school. I'm excited to do that. I want to do more, like, school buses and stuff. We did a bit of it at Veterankagrad, and I wouldn't mind doing some more of that. Down over here. Oh, we can't do that. One of the factory connections gets wasted. Down over here, then. Such a confined space. Don't know if it's going to work. What if it is up at the corner here? See. Just like closer to this side, basically. It'll be better, I imagine. Go ahead and just flatten this whole thing. Come on, a little bit more. We'll do it afterwards. We'll go and pop you down over here. A little bit closer here. Like so. Sure. Surely now. Yeah, good. These guys can reach. I should just do it the other way around. These guys can't reach. Okay, so what if I do this kind of a thing? Pop you... Come on now. Pop you out. Round you like so. Not exactly what I was looking for. Not what I was looking for at all. There we go. A bit better. I really hate how things connect like that. Okay, so if I hook this up over here. Hook this up over here. If I hook this up over here, let's say, right? Because in the center we want to try and get some like statues and stuff like that done. Let's also keep functionality in mind. That is not good enough. I wonder if upgraded roads will do the trick. Alright. Gotta test it, right? There we go. The answer is yes. 248 meters. Can we do a more central location? I'm wondering we do like one here and one here is what I'm thinking, right? So take care of this block and take care of this block. Provide employment and goods. I think that should work. Alright, cool. Sure, I'm fine with this. Let's go ahead and level terrain height from center. auto build, and we got to flatten a fair bit of space over here for, you know, the warehouses and all that kind of stuff. And flatten all this down. And then further up, I mean, if the city needs to continue up into the mountains, we'll do that, sure, but I think we need a bit of a plateau over here. Okay, good stuff. And let's smooth this out as well. I actually, you know what, I don't think that's enough. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be real with myself. I don't think that's enough. We're going to need a fair bit more space. There we go. There we go. Yeah, like the warehouse alone is such a chunky thing. The road cargo station takes a fair bit of space as well. I don't want one of those. Now, let's see if that does the trick. Smooth a little bit. I quite like the smooth tool. I'm glad they introduced it. It's a relatively new thing, so I'm glad it's here. But yeah, so everywhere else. Now, up over here, we do the small barn, I think, in Brickstonia. I don't know if the barn is enough. 20 tons of food at any given time. I guess that's not bad. I guess that's not terrible. This one shopping center is sustaining quite a few people, right? 4 tons at a time. Alright, okay. It would fit more nicely. Which is definitely something to think about. If I were to put down a regular warehouse, where are we? Storage. Well, meat storage is one thing. Right? Meat storage. Like what? Like so. The road would have to go up. Do like so instead. I want to try and hook up... See, this is where it gets annoying. Is like I would like to try and hook up both of these stores with a central meat storage, but I can't. It won't let me. It just won't let me. Alright, let's try this then. Let's go ahead and pop you down over here. Let's see. Sure, like so. And then we have our warehouse. What, like up over... I see... Up over here? Or over here, because then what we can do is... we don't want to connect to... Alright, here. What about if it's up over here? A bit of an experiment. Copy down there. We go ahead and get the crossing over here. Get the garage. Maybe not this one, maybe the bigger one. Yeah, I think the bigger one's in order over here. Where is the forklift facility? Forklift garage. Copy down like... Oh, come on. So... Right. Get the crossing. Don't want to cooperate, do you? Would have been so nice if it worked out. We could do this. Do I need another meat storage? Or, I mean, I could just do this, right? If I wanted to. Trying to figure out... Nudge this over a bit. I don't know if that would work. I have to nudge this as well to keep this straight. It's these little things that drive me absolutely wild. Okay, what if I go with the in-game garage? It's fewer forklifts, but would it still maybe be okay? We could try it. Worst case scenario, we know that there's a fix, right? Sure. Let's try it. So this goes over here then. Still not perfect, but close enough. So that goes over there. So we got meat. Got the warehouse. Okay. We'll have the road cargo station. Not this one, but the modded one. Where is my loading, unloading? I keep forgetting like what they're called. Farm fires. Nope, 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 nope. Storage is not going to be it. Cargo station, there we go. It's so obvious that I always forget. This is where things get kind of interesting. Put you up over here. Do I put you up over here? I think over here probably makes the most sense. Yeah, I want to be able to deliver directly into the warehouse. I don't want to use forklifts. I want to learn from that previous kind of issue of ours, right? I'd much rather pop this down over here. Wonder if... Pop you down up over here. Now we gotta flatten a bit more apparently. Go ahead and flatten away. I think the smoothing kind of got rid of some of the flattening we did. Alright, let's do that. Now, if the road cargo station ends up, let's say, over here. Sure. Pop it down there. If the meat storage, rather than down over here, if the meat storage is actually up over here as well. Like what? Like so. Sure. What does that mean? It means that there's no connection to all of this infrastructure that we've made. It needs to be more like this. Which isn't so bad. Sure. And again, the road connection for the meat storage is just for like fires and whatnot, so go ahead and flatten all this down a little bit. There we go, nice and easy, nothing too complicated. Come on now. There we go. Alright, so meat storage connects directly to the road cargo station. So trucks don't need to be unloaded by a forklift. I don't know, still trying to smooth this out a bit. I noticed a bit of bumpiness. Alright, so that makes sense. And then it'll also connect to the forklift facility so that when it needs to be delivered, that's where the forklifts get activated. Which is fine. I think that works okay. It's just unloading the trucks that takes... Like, I can't have unloading the trucks take too long, basically. Come on now. Alright, there we go. Flatten away from here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright, I really hope that's enough. Yes, good, perfect, excellent. So pop you down over here. And then this we'll get rid of. Which I think works out aesthetically as well. We'll make more of a plaza kind of a vibe over here, I guess. Though I do need to make another store here. So, equipment for citizens, small shopping center. How will the road connect? Like so, I suppose. It's not exactly the same, but it never was going to be. We knew this. Pop you down like... so, or like so. I guess like so. Try that for now. Close enough, I think. Close enough. Would mean that the road would need to back up a little bit. And then it would come back up over here. Roughly, give or take. Maybe a bit closer, actually. Maybe a bit closer. Oh. Smooth that out a bit. Like so. There we go. Roughly here seems to be matching the other side. Again, I'm trying to come close to perfect, but I've learned now that that is not a thing for this game, that kind of perfection. So I'm gonna let myself be a bit more open-minded about that kind of thing. Up over here, what have we got? So this road would continue up. That wireframe on. Things will get interesting over there. But this continuing onwards. Let's say here. This is still flat. Yes. Could hook this up like so. And then over here, connect you. Again, in case of fire, we want to make sure we're able to respond, right? Go ahead and tighten this up. Gotta flatten here, that's fine. Oh, come on. You know what I want, game. That's why you don't do it for me. Get from center then. Oh. Definitely still the faster option. Alright, cool. There we go. Now height from center. When it's closer, height from center works well. Alright, cool. So that's that. Go ahead and pull this out. And not exactly what I was hoping for. Close, though. Further out. Why don't we just pull this up straight and then hook this up. I wonder if this will work. If I do this. It's not. Just hook it up like that. Go and demolish you. Cool, yeah. So meat storage has road access. The road cargo station has road access, and the warehouse has road access. Down over here, these guys have road access, so that's all good. Road cargo station is where things will get delivered. It gets automatically transported to the warehouse and to the meat storage. And then down over here, our tiny little forklift garage will pick up all the stuff from the warehouse, which is very easy access, and from the meat storage, which is a little bit further, and then drop them off. Cool, and the warehouse will be storing food, clothes, electronics. That all seems reasonable to me. This all seems to work well. A bit of wasted space up over here. I wonder if we can like decorate it or if there's anything else important I could put there. I could put down some like sports stuff, I suppose. It's just kind of weird to have like sporting, you know, opportunities next to all this like warehouse kind of stuff. It always feels weird to me. I try to stay cognizant of that. I just don't know what else would fit here. I guess you know what actually. You know what would fit here is a fire station and a pollution monitoring station. That wouldn't be a bad idea. A hospital needs to go in somewhere as well. I guess we could put a hospital over here as well. Okay, so the fire station. Pop you down over here. Makes it a fire station. I always find is a bit more industrial feeling, whereas a hospital you kind of want to keep it away from, you know, where dust might get kicked up and stuff like that, right? Let's go ahead and pop the fire station down over here. Yep. Just want to make sure auto build and stuff wasn't on. Now, can people get up there to work? Imagine yes. I imagine once the paths are all upgraded, I think yes. But if not, we can always get. We'll always make some path connections and whatnot, right? Like we can do something like that, and that will. Yeah, great, cool. Again, not necessarily how it's going to stay, but at least we know it works. And the road did not connect, did it? There we go, beautiful. You know what? Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Okay, no. I was like wondering if the road not being connected was a part of the problem there with people not being able to reach it, but nope, guess not. All right, so that's that done. Yeah, you know what? Not too shabby. I think this works. Now the question is down over here. So here we definitely want to be, again, cognizant of some of the issues we had earlier with Brixtonia. We've kept things mostly small up over here. We've got the warehouse. Again, I guess I'm trying to go for, like, if Brixtonia was a... It's hard to, like, pinpoint the terminology, right? Because, like, there are big towns and small towns. So if Brixtonia was a small town, I guess I want this to be a big town. You know, it's got... It's the town next to the nuclear power, you know, facility. So it's not a small place. It's not a low-key kind of a place or anything, right? So I definitely want it to be a bit more modern. Again, I'm using... this might be funny for some of you, but I'm using Dark as a reference for myself, which is this German, like, thriller on Netflix. If you want to watch it, I recommend the first season. Do not watch the rest of the show, but the first season is pretty fun, and it's this town that's next to a nuclear power plant, and it's got some like modern vibes. It does have some modern buildings and stuff, so that's kind of like the vibe I guess I'm going for, if I were to put it sort of to a reference. So, you know, I feel like some of these, like, more established-looking schools and kindergartens and whatnot, those are fitting for this space, I would say. Can't build it to infrastructure. That's going to be the bane of my existence, man. For real, though? Alright, fair enough. What about this kindergarten? This one's a right size smaller. Maximum number of workers is 20. But how many? What's the maximum number of students? That's what I need to know. The school over here, we have this this school, which is... We got this one as well. This is a new one that I got recently. I quite like how it looks. Maybe a little too modern for this side of the river, but for the other side of the river, I feel like this would definitely work. Or why don't we? Why don't we? A prestigious school to attend. Prestigious riverfront school. How would it look? I want to make sure we don't ruin our aesthetic over here. Actually, not too bad, actually. Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of on board. All right, let's do this. I'm so excited for this space. It just, I don't know. It's very different. Good different too. Easy to be bad different. I'm pretty pleased with the different we're getting over here though. Flatten a bit more. Oh, beautiful! It actually does connect. It's a big school. There's something about the shape of it as well that I quite like. All right, pop you down over here. Yep. Very cool, very cool. Gives us an idea as well of like what we might want to do down over here and down over here, right? But the kindergarten, now that's going to be the problem. The kindergarten, okay, this kindergarten's too big. Fair enough. Okay, fine, so be it. Ooh, oh, I thought I saw... Did I? Nah. Flat terrain. I wonder if, like, we spent so much time and like smoothing this out. I wonder if it needs to be flatter over here. Slope is not working. The footprint is just massive, right? Alright, the other option is, of course, to do multiple kindergartens. So if we take a look at the regular kindergarten that thing comes with... kindergarten. Oh, you know what? The pollution monitoring station I forgot to put down. Pop you down over... here? Sure. I don't have too many of them, but I do have them where I think they count, so... Why not? Hospital. Hospital's pretty small. No, it's not. That's a lie. Takes a fair bit of space, actually. We'll need some flattening if we want to put this down. Yeah, I think we're probably going to need to flatten this space a bit. Okay. And where's the actual kindergarten that the game comes with? Kindergarten. Kindergarten would be under education related. Kindergarten? Kindergarten's small, right? Okay. We'll pop you down here. Do a few kindergartens. Make our own little kindergarten complex, as it were. Alright, let's try this out. Let's try this out. So if I flatten this over here, right? Go ahead and pop you down, let's say. Over here. We know one kindergarten is not going to be enough for even one of these blocks. I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly confident in that statement, in that assessment. Can I? No, you will not let me. You will not let me for all of the infrastructure. All right, so why don't we go ahead and level height from center and flatten to this. Because usually when it's like flatter terrain, it's a bit more forgiving with the placement, like the infrastructure stuff. Or able to do this. Will you connect to the road? You will. Okay. You could also do this kind of a thing, right? Just like side by side by side. Hoping for something a bit more interesting, I guess. Do that. Sure, no auto build. And do, yes, this is where it breaks. It's like, well, I can't make this nice and symmetrical. Fine. Have it your way, game. Have it your way. Not a problem. I'll work around that. Go ahead and pop this down. Alright, you know what? Since I flattened this space already, why don't we quickly just check first, real quick. Modded kindergarten, so that if anybody is wondering in the comments, we will have an answer. Yeah, why not flatten a bit more, I guess, is the question, right? Why not just flatten a bit more and get this larger kindergarten in here after all? Sure. Go ahead and check auto build. Flatten using this tool because it's so much better. Come on. Come on. Little corner over there. There we go. Can we? Maybe? Yes. Close. Very close. Go ahead and flatten that. We'll find a way to like integrate it a bit more nicely. And auto build off. Just like that. Yes. Cool. I'm sure folks can reach. Most folks can reach. I think once those paths get turned into better paths and better roads and stuff, will be okay. And again, we can have some footpaths connecting at the back over here as well. But I think this is good. Question then becomes, though, where does the hospital go? Because this was a nice spot for the hospital, but now it's got to go somewhere else because I doubt it'll fit. Yeah, way too tight. I knew this. I knew this. That's fine. That's fine. Where do we put it, though, is the question. We still need sports facilities as well. There's not enough space over here. This central placement might not be ideal, actually. I just don't know if I put it to one side, we will not be able to service the housing that's happening over here. But if I put the kindergarten to one side and the kindergarten always services the houses to the left of it, then we can kind of keep that going as a pattern. We'll see how long we can maintain that for, and that might buy us enough time for a more centrally located hospital. So, all right, sure, let's try that. Try that one, don't we? Get rid of you. Pop you down somewhere over here. This is why we don't try it, because it's not going to let me. Flatten a bit more, maybe it'll work. Okay, keep going, just slowly creeping closer and closer to the edge there. Oh, thought I saw a spot there. Alright, cool. Take what I can get. Can I rotate this? We're so close. So like here then. Alright. There's a spot right there. Yep, let's go for it. And then let's go ahead and take a look at our... Yeah, it's so cool. Our hospital, where are you? Every time. Fire station, hospital, there we go. So it can definitely fit. Sports, like athletic requirements, will not fit in here, but that's fine. We'll pop them in somewhere else. Guess we put you down like so, eh? Alright, fair enough. Need some more flattening. Seems to be the case. Wouldn't mind it being connected to this like main road, but it's fine. I'll be able to get that flattening done. Maybe if we can edge it a little bit closer. Come on. Little by little. That seems like our maximum limit there. Alright, fair enough. Pop you down. Can I rotate this a tiny bit? Yeah, I just want to get that like kind of, again, feeling like it's curved as a part of the overall structure of this space. There we go. Cool. Yeah. Alright. It's coming together. Cool, okay. I just want to quickly check over here, actually. Hey, this is not bad. That is not bad at all. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to actually scoop up some more 21 pluses and drop them down right over here. Take it as a bit of a break from that one space so I can come back with fresh eyes, basically. I always find that helps me kind of retain sort of creative vibes, as it were, and then also we'll come closer to solving this problem to a greater extent at the same time. I want to go ahead and pick people up from over here. Quite a few people without jobs and whatnot. Hopefully they'll find jobs down here. Spots here, couple spots up here. Again, I'm not about to move 1,700 people, but make a bit more of a dent up over here and see what it does for us. This will be like the lowest we've been in a very, very long time. If we look at all time over here, that's the lowest that chart has been for quite some time. There's one point right before that huge spike when we crossed 6,000 for the first time. Right before that huge spike, there was a point where we were lower. Wonder if we'll ever get down to those levels again. What are these buildings looking like right now? You're almost full, and you are also almost full. Yikes. These guys being built, they are slowly but surely missing prefab panels. They just got to be shipped down from higher up. You know what? Actually, that's indicative of a problem to me. Are we okay? No, it looks like prefab panels are coming through. That's good. Wonderful. Wonderful and beautiful. Did not notice the unemployment earlier. Actually, it wasn't happened very recently. This is happening more and more often lately. Bit of a problem. Bit of a problem. Alright, how do I go about fixing this? And can I just cancel this? Let's try this. If I get rid of you, come down to here. Put chain back down over there. I'm gonna find an even more efficient way to fix this, just temporarily. Rid of you, so you should be able to keep going. Yeah. As it gets through, we'll put down the semaphore over here. Well, actually, I wonder if this guy will be able to come through once this guy gets through, right? Should, in theory, be able to. I'm about to find out. And that should clear everything up. I think. Good there. He's going through. Yes. Excellent. No green lights up over here. Why not? Why can you not see that you can go up over there? Oh. This guy wants to go up first. That's fine by me. And then we'll just keep an eye on this for a second, because that's an even quicker solution until I come through here for a more permanent solution. That guy's going through. Good stuff. This guy's got his green light now, so he's going to come up to here and jam the whole system again. This guy needs to be able to come up over here. He's not getting his green because this guy's over here. I'm assuming that's why. Go ahead and cancel you. Cancel this guy as well. I don't know if it's going to work though. Cancel that guy. We're going to get the same thing. This guy's going to come up and then immediately be able to pull through. Let's let him loose. Chain down there. As soon as he gets past this spot, we'll put this down over here, and that should solve it for another little while at least. I guess I'm glad I came back over here to look. Because who knows how long this would have stayed this way, and unemployment would have been these ridiculous numbers. And you're coming through. What's the deal over here? You're waiting for this guy to pass through. Ah, that's fine. Empty train loads going through is not ideal. Now, actually, on the topic of train loads, this is a problem as well, right? This is another thing I gotta figure out real soon, like this guy should be stopping sooner, is the thing, but he keeps going. I'm not sure why he doesn't stop here when this is blocked. Like on his way over. He should be stopping here. He goes through and then he switches over, and it's just like, well, that's not what you're supposed to do. And it's almost like it sees this section is free, so it keeps going, and then realizes, oh, actually, I gotta take a right turn over here. Which is like, yes, you're literally on a track. You're supposed to know exactly where you're going at all times. So we'll have to sort those out sometime soon. These numbers looking okay. Oh yeah, right, sorry. So the actual issue I was looking over here for was prefab panels. Saw this, which is great and all, but do we have a problem over here, or are we okay? Never seen this get jammed up before. Not sure why exactly it is jammed up. Something must have been up over here. I wonder if it was like a backup of trucks getting gas or something, you know? But it looks like this is opening up now. Yeah, we should be good here. Alright, we'll keep an eye on this. This seems like a junction that has some pain points. And maybe that's what was causing us trouble. This is all moving smoothly. I was worried that this was kind of like jammed up, but no, this is all moving smoothly. We have 200 tons of prefab panels, so we should not be having any trouble. You, why are you up over here? Yeah, you're a real construction officer. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, these guys, and they're kind of stuck in the same old problem now. I can go ahead and shift them over to here. Shift you over to here as well. Just take them off the line while they're not needed. Temporary solution, I guess. Little band-aids, little band-aids. All right, back over here. Back over here. So, sports. What to do about sports? I mean, I guess we could put that stuff back over here, right behind these guys. They should be able to, folks should be able to use this like central path then to get up there maybe. Let's see. 245 meters up to there. 300 is about the limit. Let me check something down over here where we have a lot of roads, like built up roads. 381, looks like 400 is the actual limit. Give or take. All right, cool. Roundabout's still doing okay. All right, cool. So 400 is the actual limit, then we should be able to... You know what I like, actually? I like that this V shape is like the inverse of this A shape. Like, there's a bit of a rhythm there, I guess. But anyway, sorry, if 400 is the actual limit, then I think we should be fine for 400 meters up over here. And if that's the case, go ahead and height from center. Go ahead and flatten all this out. And we'll put these sporting opportunities up over here. Sort of like a community center up top, I guess, right? Go shopping, drop the kids off over here, you go to the theater. I don't know if I'll have a pub. I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, do I want to have pubs over here? Do I want to have alcohol dependencies start becoming a thing? I don't know. It just becomes another resource that we have to start worrying about. We have a couple spots where there are pubs and whatnot. But, you know, the fewer spots they're in, the better. Because, again, most of our nation is not, does not care about alcohol. From the stats, at least from the census, I suppose you could say. That's what we've learned. Who knows how much of that is less than honest. Put it that way. Smooth this out a little bit. From center. Cool. All right, this should be good. It's a decent bit of, you know, it's not enough space at all. It'll fit like one theater. Let's be real here. Smooth all this out. Yeah, looking good, looking good. And again, I do want to make this feel a bit more natural. We will be smoothing the terrain and whatnot. Sure. The ultimate entertainment. Rock climbing back over here. Real live, like actual out there rock climbing. Go. Okay, sure. Let's try this out. Try this out for size. So the road would then do what? We'd continue going up this way, right? Relatively smooth. No, oh my god, look at that hideous bump. Why, game? Why? Don't ask for much. I don't think. Right from center. There we go. There we go. Pop you up there. And I think it would not be unwise to have this shape continue. It's worked well for us so far. I don't think I put housing back up there. So like how many people are we actually housing over here? This is about 160. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it really 8? That's over 1,000 people living over here. That's not bad, actually. For these smaller houses, that's not bad at all. So what I could do is, ooh, we could have like, yeah, this like sort of like entertainment area back over here, like a community area over here, and then back up top, maybe we have, you know, more housing back up over here, like really tall housing, not skyscrapers per se, but like mid-rise apartments and things like that. That could be neat. That would stay kind of on theme, I guess, and then we could do the same across this entire area. Ooh, okay. We're on to something here. And then up top over here, we could have like a tourist kind of a spot, right? We'd have like the Sightseeing Tower up over here. Look at that. Oh my god, look at that. I would pay money for this view. If like I was a tourist in a country and so they're like, yeah, well, you know, it'll cost you 10 rubles for the whatever highest point in this tower. You can have dinner at the top and look at the view. This is a view. This is a view. I think we're going to put down the Sightseeing Tower over here. And then we'll build a little kind of tourist town, so to speak, in this area right around here, right? Wow. That's our country. This is our nation. You can basically see everything. from up over here. Well, that is crazy. And if you look around this way, you'll be able to see quite a bit. This is a great spot, actually, for a viewing tower. And it'll be a nice winding road up and everything. Okay, really excited for that. It's further along, but we're not that far. Not that far. We're pretty close, actually. Pretty close. Next order of business, though, as I was saying, is the cultural, social aspect of this town. But that, folks, will have to wait until next time. This is where we're going to call it a session. I'm actually recording this quite late in the day, and I'm a little worried this is not going to release on time. So I have to be a bit more strict with myself than I was last session with regards to the kind of the overextension of the episode. But this is coming along real nicely. I'm actually quite pleased with how much progress we made today. I'm quite pleased with us establishing what looks like a functioning food, meat, clothes, electronics, the basic needs fulfillment center. That's a basic needs fulfillment center. That's a mouthful. I think we did a decent job of that being established. We got education, we got the hospital, we got the fire station as well. That's all looking pretty good. We've got a space planned for our, again, social needs, our sports needs and things like that. And then we've got some bigger plans farther along as well. And then, we'll start developing this side of the river as well eventually. But I think we'll wait until all this is planned, and when this is being built, we'll start planning the other side of the river, and that way we'll have a lot of progress happening while we are continuing to make plans. Man, I'm excited. I hope you all are excited as well by the space. It's different. It's different. It's fresh. It's new. It's might be one of my favorite spots in the nation. Folks, let me know what you think, though. As always, if you had a good time, leave a like and a comment. It lets me know y'all are interested. Lets me know that I should keep going. As always, leave a comment as well if you have any thoughts, opinions, suggestions, feedback, whatever it might be. Let me know your thoughts. As always, they're very welcome. They're always read. They're always taken into consideration. As always as well, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big ol' thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, das vidanya.